And everything they do there is like, so, especially when you're talking about like the cardiac NICU unit I mean, when they're and delivery of a woman who has a kid with this, they're so precise. I mean, everything is so perfect. And we do this and then we do this. And they've thought through everything that they do and they monitor everything. I mean, they're so on top of it. Everything is science-based. Everything. If you ever ask, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Why are we giving him that? Why are we doing it like this? They always have the exact answer for you. Here's why we're doing that. Because this is why we do it. Like everything has a perfect answer to it. Except one thing, one thing and one thing only, which was their COVID policy. Like, it's insane. And they literally, at one point, I go, did I tell this on the show? I don't know if I did or not, but before my wife was giving birth, and when you're giving birth to a kid who needs open heart surgery right now, like it's a whole setup, you know what I mean? Like you're set up right there for the doctors to grab him right after your wife gives birth to him. So before that, we have to wait for, my wife's COVID test to come back in, and they give her one of the what's it called, the what's the word, the pH or the P, oh Jesus, how am I blanking on this? What is the COVID test, the good one that usually takes like
PCR,
that's what I'm looking for. Thank you, Rob. That usually takes like 3-4 days, but they have their own lab there, so you can get it back in like an hour. But it took a while for them to get it back. It took like 2 hours. We're just sitting there waiting for 2 hours, you know. And I'm like asking like one of the doctors, and I'm like, so what do we like? I was like, I just don't understand. Like, what's the point of this? And they're like, well, if she tests positive for COVID, because, you know, I'm like, what if she tests positive for COVID? What, you're not going to have the baby now? We're not going to do the heart surgery now? I'd be like, I think we're still going to do this, right? So who cares? And they go, well, if she has COVID, then we don't bring the baby up to the NICU. We bring him down here to this little makeshift NICU that we have down here. So he's not with all the other babies. And I was like, wait, so if she has COVID, then the baby has COVID? And they're like, no, we've actually never seen a case where the mother had COVID and then the baby also had COVID. Like, that's never happened. And I was like, so then why do you do that? And they were like, that's just the procedure. The only thing the entire time I was there, when I asked them a question and their response was, so we have no reason for this. This is ridiculous shit.
At this point.
It's just like, but it's so weird in a place of science where everything else is so smart. And so then you're talking to these people and you're like, dude, you're a brilliant genius doctor. Why are you going along with this? And then, by the way, and I flipped out and they backed down on it because I really flipped out. They said that she had to wear a mask while delivering. And I go, but she just got a negative COVID test. Like we just got the negative results. And I was like, so wait, explain this to me. Like, why does she have to wear a mask if you know she's negative for COVID? And they're like, I know, it doesn't make any sense, but those are the rules. And I was like, no, wait, you're telling me you're going to make her wear a mask through delivery? Well, and they backed down on it. They just backed down. It just didn't do it. And it was one anesthesiologist who was like, just take that shit off. Like, I don't fucking, it's not happening. It was just like one good dude who said, but anyway, so the point of this is just like, man, this whole, like, when there's this like political hysteria, it just poisons everything. Even these people who are so smart and are really great scientific minds. Like, it's not like they really are. These are brilliant doctors, but still they're just buying into bullshit. So this is what you see happening right now. There is absolutely, positively zero justification for the hysteria over this new variant. None.